Hey, what's up, people? What's up, people? Welcome. I'm about to be on screen. I just got to make sure everything is right. So, hey, let me go ahead and share this. Hey, what's up, people? What's up, people? Welcome. Edit my privacy setting. Boom. Change. Share. Boom. All right. I think we good. To go. Let me go ahead and all right, what's up, everybody? This is Sante and the place to be. Let me go ahead and make sure my Bluetooth we are connected here. Cool. Phone line is connected. We go to go ahead and share it again. All right, I think we on. I think we good. Here we go. Let me just go do a countdown real quick just to make sure that I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Countdown real quick 7, 8, 9. Make sure that I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Countdown real quick 7, 8, 9. Make sure that I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Countdown real quick 7, 8, 9. Make sure that I'm good. All right. We good. So what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? This is Sante and the place to be. Welcome to another everyday podcast. I got to make sure to look this way. Welcome to another every other day podcast. If you come in, please chime in. Go ahead and hit the share button. But today we're going to be doing something totally different. And I went and bought myself a big whiteboard. I still got, if you guys could share it for me, I really appreciate it. But we're going to hit the whiteboard today. And today, again, I'd like to tell you again what the Every Other Day podcast is. The Every Other Day, make a comment. I can see it on the screen up here. So if you make a comment, I'll read your comment. Also going to open up the phone line for people to probably call in or something like that. But once again, I want to go ahead and let you guys know what the Every Other Day podcast is for. The Every Other Day podcast is basically for the upliftment and the enhancement of entrepreneurial mindseted people or people with goals in general. And I like to go ahead and be able to show off the atmosphere here to let you know that you can come here and do that and have a great atmosphere, comfortable, and accomplish your goals as far as your podcasting or voiceovers or your whatever it is that you're trying to do, that you can do this here. But the Everyday Other Day podcast is basically just in a nutshell is a showcase of tips that we can go ahead and help each other with throughout our journey in life, entrepreneurship, and, just trying to stay on a positive hit, going forward this year. If you can go ahead and hit the share button, please, I would appreciate it. And we go from there. So I ain't doing Instagram today. I just figured I'd just do YouTube and Facebook, and whoever chime in, and it's all good. So I think we got Miss Mary Kay. Miss Mary Kay, good morning. Thank you for chiming in. Told you I would be here. So this is what we're going to be doing. Let me go ahead and change the camera view, and we're going to go ahead and get started today with the lesson plan, the Every Other Day podcast, the Every Other Day podcast. Let me not slip and fall, right? So what we're going to be doing today is talking about, let me get my board, getting skinny. And what I mean by getting skinny is this: dropping dead weight, things that don't really enhance you, things that don't help you become a better person, things that doesn't make, your goals come true, because you're carrying too much, baggage, problems, stress, whatever it is. So get skinny, whatever that, if it's too much weight, dead weight, let's go ahead and get skinny. All right, let's go ahead and get skinny. So let's go ahead and look at what we can do. And then we're going to open up the phone line. So what's up, Hey, I might have you call, bro. What's up, Daryl? Number 33, Malik. What's up? So today the podcast is talking about getting skinny, things that we can do to enhance ourselves becoming better people. Going ahead and shedding that dead weight. Going ahead and making things better and lighter for us to climb that mountain of the goals that we're trying to achieve. So we usually list out four. We usually list out four things that can help us. Now, last week we had, thank you for go ahead and share. I really appreciate you guys that did. So last week we talked about sacrifice. And those four things that we chose for sacrifices, when you sacrifice, you become more efficient, you become more sustainable, you have less pain, meaning that, in the beginning you might have some pain in the beginning because you have to let go of some stuff, but long run pain is less, you're not really going to have that pain that you would if you didn't do that sacrifice. And then you're more satisfied with your life because you made those sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? So now what we're talking about is getting skinny and losing that dead weight. What are the things that will help you or is a byproduct of getting skinny or shedding dead weight? If anybody could tell me, I see it up here on the board. Look at what we got here. Let's go ahead and go to I'll go ahead and put the first one. I'll go ahead and put the first one up for the Every Other Day podcast. I would say you become less stress. Less stress. And then we call this get skinny. I think that's how is that two ends or one? Is that two ends or one? I don't know. I went to Pontiac Central, y'all, in one semester of school, college. But we let's get skinny or dead weight, dropping dead weight. Okay? So you have less stress. You have less stress when you go ahead and drop dead weight. Dead weight, you have less stress. Less stress. Is there anything else that we got out here? What up, Marty Mart? Once you drop dead weight, if you can go ahead and share, please. The topic today is getting skinny, dropping dead weight on the Every Other Day podcast. These are things and tips that can help you or help people go ahead and grow into who they want to be and who they are and who they're going to be. Because I believe that. I believe people can be who they want to be, but they have to go ahead and drop the dead weight. They have to drop things that really doesn't benefit them. Okay. Anybody else? Don't make me do it all on my own today. Please don't. And then I'm gonna open up the phone lines. So we have less stress. You have less stress when you get skinny or you drop dead weight. Is there anything else that anybody can let me know? Okay, I'll go for number 2. So when you drop in dead weight, of course you're gonna have less stress. But I'm gonna tell you what else you're gonna do. You're gonna save time. And when we get done talking about all these things or listing all these things, we'll talk about the benefit of each one. So we have less stress and you save time. Less stress and saving time. These two things are very important to accomplish your goals. Very important. This right here is saving time, because sometimes we feel like we got all the time in the world, but you don't. Everybody's on the time clock. You know what I mean? Everybody has a shot clock. Everybody has something, it's you stay motivated. All right. Miss Mary Kay from YouTube. You stay motivated. When you say, let's go ahead and put it down. If you can elaborate on that a little bit, Miss Mary Kay. Motivation. What do you mean by motivated? Energized. I like that better. Energy. Oh, damn. My spelling my spelling fucked up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the share button again. Because that's one thing people don't do. They don't hit the share button. Just hit the share button once more. All right. Hit the share button one more time. So you get less stress, you save time, and you're more motivated and energized because you're not wasting time. You're not sitting up wasting time on things that you don't need to be focused on. So I like that. Energized, motivated. That made the cut. So we're looking for number 4 here, the last one, and then we will go ahead and elaborate on each one of these topics. We have the Everyday Other Day podcast, Getting Skinny, Dead Weight Removal. So let's see what do we have here. What do we have? Don't be a stranger. Don't be an entertaining stranger. We got less stress. We save time. We're motivated, or we're more energized. And number 4, because I come up with this stuff as we go. I don't sit here and I don't sit here and think about what I'm gonna do or have it pre-planned. I just go ahead and have it, and we talk about it as we come up with it together. So I'm waiting. Anybody. What's up, Najee? Let me go ahead and give you what we're talking about. This is the Every Other Day podcast, and we talk about motivating things for entrepreneurs, regular people, and anybody just want to do better in life. But we talk about principles and, things that can help you get to the next level if that's what you're looking to do in your life. So today we're talking about getting skinny and dropping dead weight and the benefits of that, which is less stress. You save time. Of course you do. You're more motivated and you're energized. Okay. Could you give me number 4? Anybody give me number 4. I'm going to check YouTube, look at my comments. All right. Since nobody going to come up with number 4, I guess I will come up with number 4 because I like crowd participation. But when you get skinny and you drop dead weight, I think as far as myself, something that I would say is very, very important to me is that aggravation. You're not aggravated. Your attitude is better. Your attitude. Your attitude is better. I'm going to have to, get a spell check person here, but I think that's what it comes down to. Now, let's go ahead and elaborate on this, and then I'm going to open up the phone lines, and if you would like to call, you can. The phone number is 248 905 1128. All right. So let's go ahead and elaborate on each one of these. All right. Now, when it comes to getting skinny and dead weight, you have less stress. Because a lot of times, when you're trying to do something, you're trying to accomplish something, you have the stress of carrying that extra load that is not beneficial to you. You wind up carrying or doing things that that is maybe, hurting you in the long run. It's almost like lifting a weight. Or they call it deadlift. A lot of people that lift weights know about that. And it's sometimes you're trying to move an object that doesn't want to be moved, or it slows down your progression. It's because you're doing too much. You're trying to handle or take care of some things that you don't need to take care of, maybe right then and there, or you're just carrying something that you don't need to be carrying, some type of burden. And that's a dead weight, and a lot of times with that, we get caught up into doing stuff like that because we feel that we have to. We feel that we have to do or take care of everybody. But how can you take care of everybody if you can't take care of yourself? So you got to really watch what you're doing when it's coming to, dead weight and taking on too much than you really can handle or than what you should be. And then you save time. You really do save time. When you get skinny or you drop a lot of things that really don't have a lot of merit or they don't really serve a great purpose in your life or they're not as beneficial as they used to, that you see that it's doing more bad than it actually is doing positive or good, you tend to, find out that, you know something is wrong. You know something is eventually wrong because you can feel it. You feel it inwardly. You feel it inside. You know what I mean? You know that it's time to go ahead and do something different because this dead weight, this thing that I'm doing or trying to take care of, it's really having me wasting time. It's really, I'm right here. It's really having me waste a lot of time because I'm trying to do stuff that really doesn't, I'm spending too much time on dead weight. I'm spending too much time on trying to make something work that shouldn't work or doesn't work anymore. And then you can be putting that energy and that time into something else. Number three, motivation, and you're energized, which kind of flows right into, I guess, what I was saying. You're energized. Miss Mary Kay, Letitia put that out there. I think you do become more motivated. You become more energized. Once you lose that weight, you know how it is once you're working out. When you're working out and when you in the gym or you're on that treadmill or whatever the case, when you drop that dead weight, a lot of times your body becomes more energized. Once you get once you drop that thing that doesn't even, it doesn't even warrant your attention anymore. You become more motivated to drop more weight. You get more motivated to go ahead and drop more things that doesn't, and it becomes habitual. Your motivation factor becomes great that you just say, you know what, now I can drop that. I can drop this bad habit. I can drop this bad habit. I can drop this bad habit. And you get energized to make moves and make movement. You know what I'm saying? And it's contagious. Like I said, I've been there before where I've dropped things that wasn't really any good for me. I thought it served a purpose, but it really didn't. And then you become more energized. That's a byproduct of that. It's a byproduct of doing something that you should do for yourself. Number 4, attitude. Your attitude is better just all the way around. Because once you start realizing or you drop this thing or you drop these things that are hindering you and stressing you, like I said in topic number 1, less stress. When you have less stress, your attitude is totally better. Let me sit down so you can see. Your attitude is totally better when you're less stressed. You feel a lot better. You feel a lot more committed to what you're doing. You feel more motivated. When your attitude is better, that changes everything. When your attitude is good and your outlook is good, it changes everything. And sometimes our attitude is janky or messed up. It's because we're dealing with stuff or people or places or obligations that we no longer really need to be dealing with anymore. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go down this list. I really think this list is a good list, and I think it's an important list that we put in play and we put it in work for ourselves every day. Every day. We want less stress in our life. We want to save more time. I know I do. I want to be motivated and energized, and I want my attitude to be right. And all these are intertwined with getting skinny or dead weight, because when you drop dead weight, all of these things, all of them work together for us. All of them work together for us when we do what we say we want to do, when we get away from things and places and people and whatever it is that we don't want to be associated with, or bad habits that we have. If it's eating, smoking, drinking, things that we know that are bad for ourselves. You know what I mean? Like I say, I've had habits to break. trying to eat better, more fruit, and doing these things like that. So, with that being said, people, I am opening up the phone line. If you want to call, you got 248-905-1128. Call now if you please. And again, I want to tell you a little bit about what the Every Other Day podcast is about. The Every Other Day podcast, all it is really about is going ahead and trying to, number one, I like to publicize, whatever, this colloquial word, whatever collegiate word, to publicize this beautiful place that I have. God has really blessed me with the opportunity to have a space. I'm honestly, I'm gonna just tell you guys a little story real quick while I'm waiting for people to call. If you want to hear a story. When you get skinny or you drop dead weight or bad habits or things that you should be dropping, sometime God will bless you. Not sometime, he will always bless you. Like sometime if you drop a bad habit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, a door will open up. So I wound up dropping a bad habit over a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing, crazy now. Don't let's not get it twisted. But, and God wound up opening up doors for me, to have this place. And once you sacrifice, which everything that I talk about really has a coinciding difference. Like I said, last week or a week and a half ago, we talked about obedience or sacrifice. Before that, we talked about some other things that, they all these principles really tie in together. And so if if you go ahead and do some things as far as a sacrifice, if you do some things as far as getting skinny or dropping dead weight, doors will open for you. You'll be ready for those doors. How can you be ready for a blessing or a door to open and you can't fit through it? You got to get skinny. You want a door to open. Maybe the door is this big, you know what I mean? And you a little bit like this. And I'm not talking about physically. You like this mentally, emotionally, psychologically, you know what I mean? And you got to get skinny. That's what it is talking about. Not talking about anything having to do with, weight or whatever the case may be. So 248-905-1128. But again, talking about what it is, talking about, okay, 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I should be able to hear you. Can you speak? Just got a phone call. Hold on 1 second. Let's go back to it. Okay, if you can call back, please call back real quickly. I had to put the headphones on. Call back, please. If you can call back one more time, I really appreciate it. Waiting to hear from you. Everything connected, so let's see. Let me go ahead and go back. Yep. Let's try this one more time. Try to get your phone call one more time. I'm going to try to call you. Hey, hold on one second. Can you hear me? Okay, hold on one second. See, like, hold on, my Bluetooth disconnected. 1 second. Cause we got to get the people to hear you. So this, hold on, this what I'm gonna do. Let me call you back. I'm gonna call you back from my number, and just answer the phone. Okay, got you. Bye. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and take phone call, but for some reason, go to my Bluetooth settings here. We connected. I don't know what's going on. Bobby. I don't know what's going on. Hold on 1 second. Let me see, make sure that this to turn off this and then turn it back on. 1 second. If not, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Because it seemed like, I think what happened is like my Bluetooth got disconnected. Hold on 1 second. We're going to get this right because we're going to have the phone call now. All right. Look like we connected here. All right. Let's go back. All right, here we go. I knew we'd get it.
Hello.
All right, you got me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I think my Bluetooth got disconnected. What's going on? Thanks for chiming in. What you was thinking about with the the Every Other Day podcast topic and, getting skinny.
So when I saw the topic, I was like, getting skinny. What are you talking about? But I agree with you on everything you're saying.
Mhm.
I put health on there, but then you mentioned it. So I was also thinking just how you were saying when you get rid of old things that no longer serve you or are healthy for you,
Right.
you get blessed with more. And that I truly believe that too. I've seen that happen like in my own life. But also just like I don't know if you because I started watching the show late, but I don't know if you brought in like even in work environments,
Right.
like even when those are unhealthy in work environments, you'll get so uncomfortable that sometimes that uncomfortableness is a sign for you to leave and find something else to do. Even in relationships, that uncomfortableness that if you keep spinning the hamster wheel and nothing is changing, you are, but the other person isn't. Sometimes it's time to let those things go too instead of holding on. So it's a lot of dead weight that could be dropped.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, and you're right about that, especially like with a job. And it's kind of, it's kind of crazy. A job can sometimes in certain situations be like a dead weight, So if it's making you have stress, you know what I mean? Your energy is all messed up in your attitude. Yeah. That's like almost dead weight, but it's almost a necessity. But you know what, it's giving you a key or a trigger saying, you know what, I got to make some moves and already to, in fact, to change this, to make my attitude better, I feel better because when you're stressed, you're more liable to have a stroke or a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these is real things that we need to do and think about. But a lot of times we feel like we're trapped and we can't drop these things that's, bothering us. So we got to go ahead and carry the load. But you ain't got to, carry the load forever. Sometimes, things are for a season. In my thought pattern is like, you know what, maybe I have to carry this for a little bit. I don't have to carry it around the world. Maybe because we all got to cross the barrier and we all got some weight to lift. But don't mean that you got to save the world. You know what I mean? You can do your part and move on.
Yeah, time to retire the cakes in 2024. I'm speaking about myself, no. But honestly, it's like what I've learned is God will cause discomfort so that there is something else. Like when you leave one thing, there is another place for you.
Right.
So he doesn't disturb that peace or cause that mindset to shift without giving you something better.
Right.
So when you need something unhealthy, there is something better. Like you said, you left those bad things or whatever in the past, and then God opened the door for you to get the pod, which I'm thankful for because I'm happy that
Right.
I have a place to do my podcast. So
Right.
thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But, and that's what and as a, letting people know again what the Every Other Day podcast is about. It's just more or less about bringing like principles or life lessons, living off experience, basically. And I think that might be the next topic, living off experience, LOX, for the next time I come on. LOX, living off experience. But really, that's all the Every Other Day podcast is about. It's just about living off experience, the stuff that I've been through, things that I know that it kind of probably, hopefully help people or motivate them. And just, give people a chance to chime in and talk about it if they want to call in and say whatever that they feel or add in. So, I appreciate you calling in. My bad, I couldn't get you right away. I think my Bluetooth had to disconnect, but I appreciate you.
Well, thank you. And I'll catch you next time you go live.
Absolutely. Hold on one second. My I'm one man band and then I got things hanging and wires dangling. All right, here we go. Things hanging and wires dangling. All right, then. Well, I'm gonna get with you in a little bit.
All right.
All righty. Bye. All right, y'all. All right. So I'm gonna let me see here. I'm gonna let the phone line be open maybe for another 2 minutes, and I'm gonna get out of here. And then next time we get together, maybe you can call in, maybe you can go ahead and chime in and let us know what you think. Let me go ahead and hit the share button one more time. Hold on here. But yeah, so outside of that, you guys, I'm probably about to go ahead and wrap it up. I see my microphone level is getting a little choppy. But today we talked about getting skinny, dropping dead weight. You have less stress. You save time. You save money too. You're more motivated. You are having more energy. Definitely you're going to have more energy. And your attitude is going to be better. And it's 248-905-1128. If you want to chime in, I say go ahead and do that now. Other than that, I'm about to get ready to go in the next 2-3 minutes. First off, I'd like to say, go Lions, go UAM. We had a terrific football weekend. So far, so good for the pod. I want to give you some new developments. The website is basically finished. I got some marketing stuff that I want to add on to it. My son has some things that he wants to do with his company, so we adding that on to my website. EFG is his company. EFG Digital Marketing. So he's gonna be doing some things, and I'm really happy to be able to incorporate the things that he wants to do, and hopefully I can help him stir the pot and bring it to you with some good products. If you have a small business or even a big business, nonprofit, whatever you got going on, maybe he got some things that can help you, and we work in tandem together to make your dream a reality here at FG Media Arts, housed at the pod. You know what I mean? And that's for real. That's something that's real to me that I'm really looking forward to him working with me. But again, the pod is basically, I know you guys can't see, but up here on my board, we added new 2 web pages for the drone and also the new pricing plan, which is the business plan and the coach plan, which is for everybody. And the business plan is something that's more tailored to small businesses, big businesses, nonprofit, that, a bi-weekly type of situation where, a lot of people are real estate, they can't come every week. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean it's a degraded package that you have with the coach package. It's just more on a feasible, trimmed down a little bit. So we got that together. We got YouTube, of course, Facebook popping. We got Instagram now on the menu. And we're going to add X, which is Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. So that's part of the, plethora of, places you can go far as, your streaming. I will always suggest, I like recorded live streams and stuff like that, pre-recorded. But I really think live stream is the way to go. I think your audience, I think people really respond better to live stream when it's live, you know what I'm saying, instead of podcast, which are pre-recorded a lot of times, let people come back and watch it. People like to be interactive. That's why this is my formula of thinking, but people seem to like that. So we got that down packed here. So we got that going on, and today basically was the first day that I was really wanting to push the marketing campaign. So that was one of the reasons I want to come here with the Everyday Pod. I wanted to talk about some things and, again, publicize the pod. This is a beautiful place. And most podcast studios I didn't know. See, I'm really breaking ground, to tell you the truth. I just got to tell it how it is. There's really not a whole lot of avenues, or there's not a lot of places that you can research about what a podcast studio is supposed to be, especially not in this area. What I've done is just took where I lived off experience, which is the next topic, knowing about what I used to do, or what I've been doing, not used to, but I'm still doing, but what I've done for others in large venues, and who I've worked with in the past, Miss Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. I worked with her doing a podcast for her. Basically, that's what it was 4 years ago. And we was doing it live. 4 or 5 years ago, we was doing it live, bi-weekly, weekly, and then bi-weekly, and then weekly again, and things like that. And, crazy thing is that, she didn't, or at that time, we didn't have we had a place on Telegraph in Pontiac that we did it, but it wasn't my place, and, going through that experience, knowing what to do, how to do it, what cameras, audio, and everything like that to use, that was a great lesson that I learned. Working with the Queen of Car Loans, Miss Regina Wooder, she does a show on FM, AM radio, her and Gil Garrett and Miss Moore, Dr. Moore, they do that. So learning from that, and then doing live streams and publications for newspapers. Also, not only just doing that, but for the city of Pontiac, different cities, Southfield, Novi, Pontiac, Auburn Hills, Waterford, doing a bunch of live streams for them, and, political things for them, just honing the skill. So I'm living off experience. So everything I was able to round the horses. I was able to round the horses on what I'm doing, and put together a package that I thought would be good for the community and surrounding communities, where they can have a place to go to be professional. They can go ahead and market themselves. They can go ahead and have a safe, good time doing it, and they can get something for their money, because people want to see what they're paying for, So when here you get a nice, comfortable, cool spot. It's nice and cozy. It's chill. Even though it's cold outside, it's nice in here. We got good lighting. We got good audio. We got 4 cameras really in this spot. Really, I don't have the 4th one hooked up right now. Then we got a camera on a slider and all this stuff. I just even to put all this stuff up yet. I got so much. You know what I mean? But we got that going. Also, so I wanted to be able to put together something that would be nice and great for the community, and myself as a business person, still learning how to become a better business person. It's a constant thought. I'm constantly thinking about what I need to do next and what I'm do different. How can I be different? What should I do? How should I invest this? And, it's just a big learning curve, so I want to bring my living off experience to the Every Other Day podcast to promote here, Effigy Media Arts, the studio, the content studio. And I just really want to bring something forefront that's, not typical in this area. Again, this is a new genre of business. There's really almost no business model for podcast studios now. A content creator studio, a content studio. There's really none. Look it up. I challenge you to really look it up. I challenge you to really look it up and see what's out there. You're not going to find you're not going to find anything because it's really not a history of it. So I'm challenging myself. You just imagine how scary that could be. You going into an industry that there's an industry for, but it's not matured yet. So I'm really at ground level taking a risk, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe in it and I know that this is the future. One thing I prayed for is, I said, God, where I got to where I'm at now is because I already asked. He did it without me asking, but now I'm asking. You know, what happened last time is, it's low on here. Let me, okay, I think you guys can hear me. Make sure my level is going. Yep, you guys hear me. So one thing I did do a couple years ago with, like I said, with all the experience that I had and what that I was able to garner over, the years, when COVID came and everybody needed someone to live stream and everybody needed my skill, because before that, a lot of people didn't even need what I did, tell you the truth. I just was almost the odd man out. I did a lot of video work, but there was a lot of videographers already, you know what I'm saying, that were established. So I asked, my main thing was don't hustle on a block that's crowded. And I got that from Dame Dash. You don't want to hustle on a block that's crowded. Meaning if this guy's over here selling turkey meat, you don't want to go on that same corner or right down the street selling turkey meat. You got to sell something else. You got to do something. So if everybody I love cameras and all that stuff, but if everybody already taking pictures and everybody doing video, well, yeah, I can do it, but should I also do that, or should I promote myself as something totally different? And that's what I did. I promoted myself something as someone totally different. I didn't, I do videos, but I do this. And at first it really wasn't a market for it because COVID wasn't here, you know what I'm saying? So when COVID happened and people wind up needing that service, they couldn't go to the people that just did video because they weren't fluent and they weren't experts. By the time COVID came, I was an expert. By the time COVID came, I was an expert because I was doing live streaming podcasts 7 years before, so it was just like, then I start, municipalities, Oakland County, different cities start, I need you, because I knew I was already ahead of schedule. So I asked God, with this plight that I'm doing here, to give me something that most aren't doing, where it's not crowded. It's not a crowded block. And because the last thing I want to do is hustle on a crowded block. So I asked God to go ahead and give me a situation where I don't have to hustle on a crowded block and let me be before my time. That's what you really want to do, if you ask me. If there's some business advice, you can do what everybody else doing. You can, there can be multiple places that do the same thing, and that's good. But you also want to have places that don't do the same thing. And if you can be one of those things, a specialty, and that's what I feel like FG Media Arts is, a boutique type of situation. You know what I mean? It's unique. And I try to keep that uniqueness and originality and creativity about FG Media Arts, because that's what got FG Arts where it's at, being unique, creative, and believing and oneself, because a lot of people will try to talk you out of, this is not a good idea for you to do. That's kind of risky. Nobody know who's going to do it. I've had people do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't worry about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't, I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I got to do it. I got to do something. So I might as well do something that I like to do and that I want to do. And if I have to fall back on the sword, and meaning that if I have to go back into the, 9 to 5, which is nothing wrong with it. I don't personally want to do. I want to continue doing what I'm doing, but at least I want to go out swinging, doing what I want to do. So I thank God for the opportunity that I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm able to provide a grand service, and I got more than enough than what I need to be able to do what I got to do. I'm telling you, it's a pure blessing, and it's just living off experience and doing what I do, man. It's like I couldn't ask for anything more than what I've been given. So I'm just trying to enhance this place and make it more comfortable for everybody that's going to visit, everybody that's going to patronize and use it, because I'm telling you, man, there's people coming. People are coming to the pod. People are coming to the pod. They slow. This is actually something that people don't even know that they need, but they figuring out that they need. Every single business, please share this. Every single business and nonprofit needs a content studio. We're in that day of time now. You have to bring out content. And I ain't talking about you got to do those small, short 15-second skits, but you got to let people know about what you're doing. People are on social media all the time. If you look at McDonald's and Burger King, it ain't they commercials on TV that's really getting them. It's their social media campaign. You know, you got to have something that let people. You're going to become a dinosaur if you don't. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to get in front of the camera weekly or bi-weekly, and this is no joke. And if you could do it even faster or more frequent than that, if you have a business or whatever, or you have something that you're trying to promote, you have to get out front. A lot of times you don't know what you're going to say and you're going to do. I'm going to be honest with you. When I got on here today, I didn't know what I was going to say or do. I knew I was going to do the everyday podcast today. That's all I knew. And I also knew that my topic was going to be get skinny and dead weight. Did I know that I was going to come down with these four things as far as the list, and I was going to have people chime in and give me ideas or somebody call in? I didn't know none of that, but I knew that I was going to do it if anybody called or not, and I knew I was going to do it if nobody gave me a suggestion that was going to be on this board or not. You have to do it. The more that you do it and the more that you stay committed to what it is that you believe in, people will come. God will bless it, and mountains will begin to move. If you put one foot in front of the other foot is soon to follow. It just happens like that. I'm telling you, it's the truth. But you have to believe in it. And you don't have to believe in what people tell you about yourself or your project. Keep your mouth shut with a lot of things that you're trying to do. And you can go ahead and move in silence and get your plan implemented and started and begin to work on it. Living off experience, man. I'm telling you, living off experience. And that's all I've been doing. This is all I've been doing over the last couple of years. This is all I've been wanting to do over the last couple of years. But even living off experiences, you know that more experiences are coming, and you know that you have to change with the times. And this is why this is very important for any business, nonprofit, or any entertainer. People want to know you personally. They can know about your nonprofit. They can know about your business, your haircut. They can know about that. They can know about your videographer, but they want to know who you are too. And it is true that people will work with who they like. That's kind of true. People also going to work with they know who does good work too. So you got to let people know that you do good work. That's going to outweigh if people like you or not. Because how many of us done went to In-N-Out or Pepino's or M&K? You don't really particularly probably like the owners of the stores that you go to, but you know what? They got what you want. And they got what you need, and you're going to go. How many people, I done heard so many people say they ain't going to Walmart no more. They don't like the business model. But you know what? Them same people go to Walmart. You know why? Because Walmart got what they need. Make sure you're a person of need that people need. You know what I'm saying? Don't, and the only way you can be that is if you hone your skill, believe in it is what you're doing, and try something new. Then people will come to you. You don't have to chase people down. All you got to do is let them know that you're there. That's it. You know what I mean? So as much as I advertise and I'm beginning my marketing campaign, and you know what I'm saying, I'm going to market and let people know I'm here. I'm not chasing nobody down to force on them a blessing. The pod is something great that I believe everybody should take advantage of while there's space. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're here. That's why I made this or created this space. And this is why it's going to flourish. And I believe in it 100%. This is absolutely, this is the dream for me. I wouldn't even actually thought, I wouldn't even thought that, this really wasn't even in my radar like over a year ago. This time last year, I wasn't even really thinking of it. Halfway, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really, and before that, I really wasn't thinking about it. Like, I didn't think it was attainable. in a little bit. I'm like, everything is so expensive, everything, this. And you know, the desires of your heart, you know, some come true. And I noticed the only reason I don't have certain things is because I must really don't want them. Everything that I ever really wanted, I have. Everything I ever really wanted, I have. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted a Lambo or whatever, I would have it. I guess I never really, really wanted it. You know, so, and that's just how it goes for people that believe in themselves, believe that they are blessed or smiled upon, and try to do the right, not try, but do the right thing. Just, it ain't no really trying with, just do it. And, you know, and believe in yourself. And don't hustle on a crowded block. Do different stuff. Try to become special in a realm that has not been really charted. And everything has been charted before, but you can be in your area the first person doing something. And just because you're the first person doing something don't mean that you're the best. So remember that. Just because you're the first don't mean you're the best. This means you're just the first. You know what I'm saying? So you got to even if you are the first doing something, you got to continue to work on what it is that you're doing. You have to continue to develop what you're doing. Because if you don't do that, you're going to fall by the wayside. You might be number one, but you're going to be number two, number three. Before you're going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to be forgotten about because you didn't develop what you built on. You didn't develop the foundation. You didn't add on like houses. You know what I'm saying? Like over years, you know, you might have an addition on your house. You might, you know what, I need to put an addition patio or something like that. You enhance the house. You make the house, continue to make the house more valuable. You redo the roof or you add carpeting and, you know what I'm saying, there's additions. That's how you could remember. This is how you sustain being valuable in the marketplace. And if you don't do that, then you're going to start seeing things getting taken away. The clientele or perks or whatever it is may be, you have to continue your development. But like I say, content creation for any business or nonprofit is the way to go. I mean, it's something that, you know, if you take away one of your bad habits or two of them, you can afford to do it. And you can be able to go ahead and push what it is that you want to put out. I don't care if it's T-shirts. I don't care if it's shoes. I don't care if it's a music career. Like I say, nonprofits, even municipalities, people running for election. This is a good thing for people running for election. Have their own podcast. They can talk to the people. Matter of fact, I might actually put you know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing, you know, in a minute, people are going to be running for office pretty soon. You never know. The pod may host something, maybe even a debate. Hey, you know, who knows? You know what I mean? It can happen. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is ruled out. But the only way I can even think of these ideas to come up with what may happen in the future is I had to implement what I wanted to do in the past. And that's how it happened. So with that being said, guys, I'd like to say thank everybody for going ahead and joining, chiming in for what you did do on the Every Other Day podcast. I really appreciated it. Today was talking about getting skinny, losing dead weight. You have less stress, you save time, you're more motivated, you have more energy, you're energized, your attitude is better, and with your attitude being better, everything else is better. And next we will be talking about living off experience, LOX. And with that being said, y'all, I really appreciate you. And y'all go ahead and be warm out there, and I get with you. Signing out from the pod. This is Sante, FG Media Arts, y'all. And I get with you soon.